Jibber jabber jibber, jibber jabber jibber 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 jabber jibber, jibber jibber jibber. This is what I feel like after Lord Surya, Bhagavan Surya Darshan with Swamiji from Nityananda Hindu University Sangha and Temple, global super consciousness civilization, and a beautiful community that I'm so thankful to be a part of. Wow, this darshan was opened up to as many people as possible, and so that they could also experience this tremendous epic bliss. Afterwards I felt that I was in so many places, my goodness, all at once and everlasting, and like Bhagavan Surya emanating the sun and black holes collapsing in on themselves in the center of universes and galaxies, and how we are all our own galaxy, expanding and contracting and imploding and exploding, and how we can delicately guide ourselves through this existence without exploding or imploding, causing others to do the same in unnecessary ways. Wow. Yeah. Thank you so much. Before the darshan, we were learning about Vedic astrology, which was really beautiful. And I am in moon cycle of my life, which makes so much sense that I have the name Moon Dance that has stuck with me. And Kukui Hoku Malama Lama Pahaku Loa, Starlight Rock Steady, blasting off into the etherverse of the Pooniverse, of all that is love and holy and divine and sacred and cosmic. And I feel slightly silly for just jibber jabbering, but why not just record the raw thing, because these are my thoughts. And wow, I was just, in the beginning I felt and saw that I was a beautiful big white Ganesha with some turmeric beautifully on my trunk, or protecting me, and feeling that the way was being cleared, and that essentially so many lessons were learned today, and at the end of it all I was so much more at peace with how the day turned out. I felt that I tried to do good and felt that my actions were taken and run with the energies of the universe, and I was just like, well, I surrender, and I'm exactly where I need to be, and everything was divinely so many beautiful experiences and connections made today. And I thank all of you who share so much of the love that you've experienced in this life, and the beauty, and your talents, and the epic patience, as Swamiji shared, calling forth Bhagavan Surya, that ultimate patience of sitting in the galaxy and the universe, holding watch over a planet, eons of patience. And my lessons today were about seeing how, even though I consider myself patient, where I still have impatience, and how that's all melting away, and watching just like divine milk being poured over me as they do with the statues, and just like so much much of it flowing, the richness of Lord Surya, and so much showing up in positive ways for this life, and how less is so much more, so much more, so much more, because everything that we need is within us, and it's just bursting forth. If you've ever seen Dali's paintings where the figures are radiating with these orbs, bubbles, shifting outward in like a mandala-like fashion, that's definitely the energy that I was experiencing. And this is purely me. I show up in clarity and devotion, and I'm also practicing Turyatita Samyama. So I mostly fasted today and had some delicious coconut milk with turmeric. That was the main meal of my day. I went really light today. I had lots of bananas and lilikoi. I practiced twice today, consciousness over matter, where any problems that I'm facing in this life, I sit down, I have my fruit, I can, with my third eye, move the fruit and have Shiva and Paramashiva move it for me, and trust that my intentions are moving through, and the way that these things come into being is the lessons and completions I need to have in order to have things flow smoothly. And the divine order of everything. Oh, it's so fun when we're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and this, and it gets all set up, and then just a monkey wrench gets thrown in it. And then having the cognition of such deep gratitude today, being like, this is so exciting. This is just one large adventure. I am so looking forward, universe, to how everything is so divinely laying out, because even if it seems in the moment agitation or frustration, and that's more and more and more that I'm dropping, like, it's all so beautiful, beautifully, divinely laid out. That's when that's when the end. Afterward, this feels like more and more, for me, happened after the Darshan this time. Oh, and I did see, and I felt my wings. They were like epically big, beautiful, and yes, and also too, I sat for a long time before the Darshan, as did everyone else, in such bhakti for learning and being together, and that, I felt, did so much clearing for me before the Darshan, that all the experiences I needed in order to completely just allow myself to be swept into brilliance with Bhagavan Surya was just, it was ultimate. And just, it feels like fluttering. It feels the whole body radiating softly, echoing. A little tingling, as if I am just like lit from the inside, and I can feel it more and more as my sensitivity increases. Yeah, this is basically where I'm at. I felt as if I were going to float afterwards, and together we did practice to wrap it all up, power manifestation with remote viewing. So if you are a fan of watching the X-Men or some of the films out there where one can close their eyes and see anywhere in the world what's happening. And so in that space, complete release and just allowing, not doing anything. And it was just like scene after scene after scene after scene. I was just seeing so much. And I did see so much. I saw a lot of animals, like whales. I felt that I was seeing or feeling, sensing the whales that are around this island. In other parts of the world, I did see animals like moose, and seeing in the mountains, and monkeys as if I were up in the tree with them looking down, and different scenes, different cities, people with masks on, people surfing. It was so beautiful. It was just like I could step in and go and go and go. And I'm so grateful because this is, I love different places in the world, so it's something that I would, and looking forward to harnessing responsibly and only using these things for the highest good of all. And it was great today that we were encouraged to share the Darshan before it was happening. So I was sharing the Bhava Samadhi Darshan with different groups, and just, it's such a gift if anyone were experiencing difficulties in this life, or depression, or feeling out of touch, to see that this is something they could check out. All good upon your interest and exploration. Because it's simply an adventure and all accepting of where everyone's at. And that's the biggest thing I learned today, was that always listen to my na'au, which is, in Hawaiian, that's kind of like the gut or the intuition. And that's very strong in me, yet today was another day where I found myself putting others maybe first before that, and allowing their reality to affect mine more. And so I recognized that, and I accepted, and I took responsibility, and I said, aloha again to my na'au. Thank you so much for listening. And may you all be blissful and all be blessed, and this will be unfolding for quite some time, and may all of the bliss that I'm feeling extend out to you, wherever you are in the world, and focus on your strengths, your passions, what lights you up in divine ways, as if you were the galaxy and all the stars imploding from within and stretching out in a rainbow of colors and lights. And maybe, just maybe, for myself personally, to loosen the hold and take everything a little less seriously and one step at a time in the most beautiful, positive direction I could possibly manifest in this life, and sharing it with all of you. Mahaloha.